What is going on, everyone? A lot of the people on my stream and on YouTube comments, they have been asking me, hey Tenha, in your Tighnari C6 video, you didn't really do a lot of the showcase. Can you please show me the difference between C6 Tighnari and other C6 5 stars? Well, that's why I'm making this video. So I was also kind of wondering, because I haven't been making C6 tier list videos, so today we're going to go ahead and compare Tighnari with other characters. And because he's a quick swap character, we're gonna have to think about a way to properly evaluate him. For example, if I compare him with other DPS characters that are consistently on field doing a lot of damage, then it wouldn't be fair for Tighnari, right? So we're gonna have to think this through. Before we get started, I would like to let you know that this video is sponsored by Mech Arena. People who love shooters but don't have any time like they used to will love Mech Arena. 2 or 3 matches can be played in less than 10 minutes, and I still have a lot of fun. Each map is designed for short, intense gameplay with many encounters and respawns. You'll be playing a lot of game in short period of time. Let me show you my gameplay real quick. From start to finish, it takes about 5 minutes, and you will encounter enemies from front and on the side, so there's tons of tactics you can come up with. There's a lot going on in Mech Arena this month. With the new Battle Pass season and Oktoberfest events, there are some amazing prizes to be won, including a new palette, War. Mech Arena is also adding controller support, which in my opinion is the absolute best way to play third-person shooters. I can't wait to try it out myself. Mech Arena is getting big, and it's completely free to play on Android and iOS right now. And you can use my personal link to get a free starter pack worth $25. A Firelight skin, a Prodigy crate, and a Plasma Cannon 4 to help kickstart your game. And if you're quick enough, you can add me to friends, and we can play some matches together. Download Mech Arena today. Download link in the video description down below. So first rule, we're gonna have to make a team that makes him shine. However, his presence on field is not that long, so we have to think this through really carefully. Because all he can do on the field is use E, do charge shot 3 times, and then use Q swap out. Or use Q first, and then use E charge shot 3 times. And it doesn't even take like 5 or 6 seconds, and he needs to go. So, if we spend about 5 seconds on field with Tighnari, we are gonna have about 7 seconds downtime on his E, and that's gonna be his rotation. And because of the way he's built and how Dendro works, so we're gonna have to utilize the Quicken in order for us to do spread with his charge shots. And yes, if you were to maximize his charge shots, then we're gonna have to use different artifacts. However, because he's C6 and because he produces enough damage, I would like to keep this Deepwood set. And do not worry, we're gonna go ahead and test this damage out with Shime set as well. And usually in a team like this, with Tighnari Yaemiko, I would definitely want to use Kazuha so that I can maximize Yaemiko's damage. However, because this video is about Tighnari, I would like to add Bennett. I know that Bennett is also going to buff Yaemiko's damage. However, what I want to see in this video is the maximum amount of damage Tighnari can do at C6. Oh, by the way, my Bennett is C6. My account is ruined. Oh no. Yeah, boy. First, why don't we go ahead and use him in Dendro domain. And also, why don't we go ahead and take out Yaemiko's weapon so that we can see more of the Dendro damage? Because my Yaemiko is just way too strong, you know. Give her the 1-star book. Alright. Alright, here we go.
Stabilize. Now you're testing my patience.
Teamwork is strength. Right now, right here, right now. I'm getting
Alright, so this kind of damage, not bad, but this is not how we use Tighnari, so anyways. So there are very bad things about Tighnari. He's an aim shot character. So yes, he's okay if you hit the enemy 3 times. However, if you have C6, you can just you can shoot his charge attack 3 times without waiting, so that if you by any chance kill the opponent while you're shooting, or if you make a mistake, or if you have like a shit aim like me, then you end up missing a lot of DPS. And moreover, because of the way his weapon works, look at the effect of his bow. It says this effect will be removed after 12 charged attack or 10 seconds. So whether if your Tighnari is C0 or C6, then number of shots will not have the damage buff from this bow. So that is a minus point for C6 Tighnari and his so-called best-in-slot weapon. I don't think I have seen a best-in-slot weapon that perfectly benefits the character. I mean, Hunter's Path is for Tighnari, right? Right? I would assume so. And because of that damage was not so satisfying, I would like to do this one more time. Before we leave, I would also want to take a look at what kind of artifacts I would get. And let me see. HP. And HP! Nothing changes whether if I farm in the media server or the live server. Oh no, my stupid Bennett doesn't have his ult again. There, here you go.
I'm going in. Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Enshroud. Now you're testing my patience. Let's nip that in the bud. We'll meet again.
Okay, the reason why I'm not using food right now is because I would say whether if you're whale or not, your artifact quality is not that great. So for realistic results, and although I already spent like about 5,000 resins into this domain in media server, we have about 72% crit rate with 188% critical damage, which would be the average quality of your artifacts or stats if you had been spending your resin into this domain up until now. Energy recharge and defense circlet. Nice. I love farming in Genshin Impact. Alright, for science, why don't we go ahead and give him the best Shime set that I have right now so that we can see how much damage you can do with his charge shot. So stat-wise, it is slightly better. I have 88% crit rate with 180% critical damage, and because of my C1, my charge attack crit rate is increased by 15%, so it is 100%. And obviously I'm using Shime set, right? So with that 80% attack bonus, my attack has went up to 1367. Okay, here we go.
Everybody stand. Right now. Right here. Emerge.
One with the forest.
I'm getting sick of this move.
39k, nice. But my Q damage should be a little bit less.
Again. Pulverize. Can't see.
And the last part was without the buff. Obviously, I did less damage. And let's push this a little bit further. I had been hearing from other people that if you use some other sets on Tighnari for more damage and then give the Dendro set onto your Electro character or some other characters that you have in the team, then you can do more damage. Yeah, that is true. Let's do that. Let's see if we can see any significant difference. We can just put whatever because we don't really care about Yaimiko's damage right now, right? We have 1-star book on her, so whatever is fine with her. Okay, now let's see how much damage our Tighnari is gonna do.
I'm going in. Right here. Nothing lasts.
Use
forever.
burst.
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Enshroud.
Okay, I have seen 43k.
Keep up.
Quicken first. Do you think that set was worth it? I would say it's okay if you were using Fischl by any chance, but for Yaimiko, probably not. So, how should you be really building Tighnari? Here's the thing. If you're gonna be using Tighnari as a swap character, then I think you should be going for Deepwood Memories. And yes, you're not wrong if you say, oh, you can probably give Tighnari Gilded Dreams or some other artifacts that gives you extra damage for his charge attack and give the Dendro set onto somebody else. Yeah, it works. However, the amount of damage difference that I've seen, from my perspective, it wasn't really worth it. And yes, if you're gonna be using your Tighnari with the proper team, you'll end up mixing a lot of elements, which means that you're gonna get a lot of bonus from 4-piece set. And then obviously, if you give that Dendro set onto somebody else that does like no damage, then it'll be like having Noblesse set just for Dendro. However, because of the way he is built and his kit kind of makes us feel like when you're using your Tighnari, you gotta use one Dendro character instead of having two, because he's a quick swap character and he does not require a lot of energy, so he does not need Dendro batteries. And yes, Fischl is a very good character for you to use for elemental related reaction teams. However, when it comes to damage ceiling, I would say that Yaemiko has a lot more potential than Fischl's. I really hate talking about this in a Tighnari video, but I would have to emphasize that Yaemiko's second best in slot weapon is Skyward Atlas. To be honest, I can't really recommend other people to use Skyward Atlas, but you will end up using it because, you know, you simply do not have anything better to use. And it's 5-star, right? And then if Yaemiko can really use this well, then why would you say no to that, right? And moreover, she is also an all-field DPS, so she is very well fit for Tighnari team. Because she also needs to be on the field for split seconds to refresh her turret durations. And if you ever want to use her Q, and that's gonna be like 5 seconds, right? EE, refresh, use Q, EE again for 5 seconds. That is exactly how long Tighnari needs to get his E up again. Should we do it? Should we do the Tighnari Hyper Team like in my first showcase video? Should we use Kujo-Sara? I think we should. I want to see this result. And I would probably take Tighnari back to the Deepwood Memories. Actually, you know what? Let's give Kujo-Sara Deepwood Memories. Because my Bennett has the Noblesse set, it's gonna be a Tighnari Hyper Team. Okay, we're all set. So same condition, Kujo-Sara, Bennett, and yeah, let's use food as well. Because the first Tighnari showcase was done with food. Yes, we should do that.
Nice.
Okay, keep that in mind that compared to the last showcase video, instead of my Tighnari using Dendro set, I'm using Shime set. And then Kujo-Sara has the Dendro set.
What's one more? Stabilize.
Teamwork is strength. Flash. No turning back.
One with the forest.
Okay. That was some amazing damage. Only if Tighnari did like 50 to 60k damage without Bennett. So I had been using him for a couple of weeks. I came to a conclusion that Quicken always helps your Dendro and Electro do more damage. However, it makes it a little hard for us to use Bennett because, like I said, you always have to be careful of how you rotate your skills. And if you screw up, then you're probably gonna be in pain. However, if you know how to deal with that, then it's okay. But if you don't have enough damage, then your chances are you're gonna have to use Bennett on the second team for national combination. And because national team does not use Zhongli, it would be reasonable for you to go for Tighnari, Yaemiko, Kazuha, and Zhongli. That would be like the best dream team for Tighnari. The damage potential of this team is very high. Not to mention Yaemiko C6 is very good. And obviously you'd be like, what the fuck? I'm C0, I'm F2P. Just hear me out, okay? I know that Fischl is a great character. However, compared to Yaemiko, at a really high investment, her damage is just something else. And there is Kazuha to buff Yaemiko's damage as well, right? Zhongli is gonna be protecting you all the time. And there is Tighnari. He's gonna be on the field for 5 seconds and stay out of it for 7 seconds, right? Within that 7 seconds, you're gonna be using Yaemiko to refresh her turret or use her Q, E again, and then also just swirl enemy with Kazuha. And just in case you screw up your rotation, there is gonna be Kazuha's Q out in the field, just keeping that electro mark on everyone. So, yeah. Overall, I'm okay with Tighnari's damage. However, I don't feel like it was actually worth the investment. An investment, I'm talking about the money that you have to spend in order for you to make a character to C6. It's about $1,000. And because Tighnari is very dependent, yes, I know you would say it, other characters are also dependent too, but Tighnari's damage compared to other characters that are just so good. You know, for example, Yaemiko. There's Ito. I wouldn't really say Xiao is like top tier, but also him at C6. Those characters are just so great, right? So compared to those like really high tier characters, Tighnari is falling off. However, just the fact that his rotation gets faster is a good thing. But the weapon passive that I have mentioned before, and the fact that you can miss with his aim shot, I would like to say that unless you fell in love with his design right here, I would have to say just skip whether if you're a whale or not, and try to avoid from C6ing him from his banner and just kinda enjoy his C0. If you have gotten a couple more constellations, then so be it, but I wouldn't recommend you to spend on his constellations. I know that I kinda hyped him up during the stream because, to be honest, his kits are great. And if kits are great, then it's not a bad character. But maybe in the future, there's gonna be more characters that would make Tainara really shine. Maybe there's gonna be a Dendro version of Shinha even. So I hope you guys like this showcase, and if there's anything else you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and check me out on twitch.tv/Tenha. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.